Мы в Декатлоне. Это Флоран, он CEO Декатлона в Украине, проработал в разных рынках, в Румынии, в Москве, был CFO Декатлона. И потом, как самого талантливого менеджера, его назначили в нашу богом забытую страну, шутка, в нашу прекрасную, фантастическую Украину. И Флоран теперь возглавляет Декатлон в Украине. Наверное, мало кто знает, Декатлон это крупнейший производитель в мире спортивной одежды для спорта, для туризма, для всех видов спорта. По-моему, у вас 24 бренда, да? 24?
Почти 100.
Не-не, я имею в виду заводов сколько, вот направлений, 24 или 23?
Почти в 100?
Почти 100.
Да.
Сколько вы торгуете в год? Вот кэшфлоу по году?
13 миллионов евро.
13 биллион евро.
1600 гипермаркет.
1600 гипермаркетов в мире. А стандарт сколько квадратных метров занимает один?
Стандарт это чуть-чуть больше, чем здесь. Здесь 2000
5000.
и стандарт средний это 3.
3000. А флагманы, что основное? Это бег, туризм?
В Украине бег, туризм, велосипед тоже. Очень хорошо работаем. Футбол, фитнес, это хорошо тоже. Набег супер.
Вы все время находитесь рядом с Ашаном. Какое у вас отношение с Ашаном?
Разные компании. Ашан, Decathlon и Leroy Merlin тоже.
Leroy
Ты
Merlin,
знаешь
да,
Leroy
да,
Merlin?
конечно.
Это it's the same family.
Это французская семья, которая владеет Leroy Merlin, Ашан и Decathlon.
Да. Мгм.
Ты работал во многих странах. Что ты можешь сказать вот, отличительного в украинской бизнес-культуре?
Мне нравится бизнес-культура в Украине, потому что they have a business mindset. They are start-upper. They like to find solution to do business. Maybe because the country was in difficulty. Every 5 years there is a crisis and so on. So they have to find solution to make some money.
Not too often.
Not too often.
Every 5 years.
Not too often, but sometimes inagda. And I think it's because of that they have to find solution to make some money, to have a salary for the family. So they are creative and not afraid to take some risk and to do business. A lot more than in Russia. In Russia, it's very very different because they are not. There is not a lot of people that build a company. There is not a lot of innovator and so on and so on. And in Francia, there is a lot of company. French people, for them it's normal to have a salary and so on. There is a bit of innovator and startupper, of course, but the mindset in Ukraine is very different than in France or in Russia.
Какая основная разница вот в культуре бизнеса между Россией и Украиной?
Maybe in Russia there is a big administration. Maybe more rules to respect, maybe more complicated to purchase, to construct, to do business because of the rules. And I know it's more and more complicated. Compliance, the country, it's Russia.
Более зарегулированная, да?
Yes. In Ukraine, it's more easy from the administration and everything. And what I see for my company is that they help us to do the things and to do the things well. So it's good. And at the same time, there is a lot of things in Ukraine that are not with no rules. Sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's difficult for us, Decathlon, because in Decathlon we want always to respect the rules and to do the things well. And when there is no rules, so what we do? So we don't do it.
А скажи, пожалуйста, вот что нужно, чтобы Decathlon здесь начал открывать заводы? Вот что нужно сделать в Украине, чтобы Decathlon сказал: Украина — это очень хорошая страна для того, чтобы открывать заводы. Заводы переносить сюда и делать для мира.
I met 1 month ago Denis Schmigal, and he asked me, what can we do for you? And it's what I say, to increase a bit the rules in the factory. There is more rules for security of the people, security of the factory, for to pay well the salaries, to take care of the people, some better rules about pollution and so on. Because today the rules in Ukraine, it's a bit low compared to what we do in Decathlon, the minimum standard of Decathlon. So finally, there is many factories. We go in the factory, and we realize that there is too many investment to do in the factory, so it's not possible for them to work with us. And it's a pity. Maybe it will come, Shak Zashagom, because we work with 5 factories in Ukraine. We produce ski, we produce shoes, gloves, hockey sticks, and it's working very well. But it's a European investor, and so in this factory, it's more European standard. But Ukrainian, it's more complicated. We have to explain them how to grow in compliance, in protection of the people, and so on.
I listened from Zelensky about sand asking about Olympic Games, but
With different European countries.
my opinion is too expensive for Ukraine. Yes, it's good for
Communication.
country, for communication, for popularization, but we need to find a point of increase, like Chernobyl, like Carpathian, like Odessa.
It's marketing.
Yeah,
When I was young, like 20 years ago, it was the beginning of low-cost plane, and it was very popular at that time to go to Czech Republic, Bratislava, Budapest, because it was super cheap and easy to find a place, perfect for young people. And today Odessa, I think it's like that.
смотри, если мы сравниваем кроссовки Nike и Decathlon, вот для меня Nike меньше $200 не стоит. Сколько стоит Decathlon?
300 гривна до 1500 гривни.
1500
Да,
гривен.
для профи.
Вот этот бренд у меня когда-то были брюки.
Это Decathlon бренд, Kalenji.
Kalenji это полностью Decathlon.
Да, только в Decathlon. Если это первый раз для тебя и ты не очень бегаешь,
Я очень бегаю.
да, смотри, что это легко.
180 грамм.
Да.
Ну 250 самый легкий Asics. Самый легкий 250.
Да, это первая цена 400 гривна. Это не для марафона.
Для быстрого бега.
Полмарафон. Здесь это хорошо 10-20 километров. 1000 гривна. Это супер, если ты бегаешь в Труханов Айленд, потому что это быстрее и так далее.
А что такое гарантия 2 года? Вот я 2 года буду ходить, потом за день до 2 лета принесу тебе и скажу, они порвались. Что?
Да.
Ты поменяешь?
Если это если это problem in the fabrication of the shoes, during 2 years you can give it back. If something is broken here, whatever, if it's not because of you, because you did this, then we give it. We change them. So here 100%.
Сейчас есть такое ощущение, что европейский рынок отделен от украинского. Для многих предпринимателей европейский рынок закрыт. Закрыт почему? Что им нужно сделать, апдейты какие для сознания, для того, чтобы иметь возможность работать на том рынке? Европейский рынок самый большой в мире.
Я не знаю почему, может быть, европейский стандарт, они очень сильны. Для нас, мы можем делать бизнес. У нас есть завод в Украине, Decathlon, и наш клиент это Decathlon.
И мировой.
Наш стандарт здесь, они большой.
Я говорю о маленьких бизнесменах, о том, что вы огромная компания, вы мировой бренд, вы работаете на всех рынках. А я говорю о маленьких компаниях, которые делают для локального рынка что-то, и они хотят продавать на европейский рынок, да?
Yes. It's normal. Also, because if you go in France, in Germany, we have everything. The market is already taken. There is a McDonald's, Decathlon, everything. It's Polny. The market is full. So it's more difficult to go in the market when there is everyone is in the market, competitors and so on. In Ukraine, it's more easy because there is the market. It's still sometimes not everywhere, but sometimes at the beginning. So there is a lot of things that we can do. In the country, there is a lot of small Rhinok.
Для Decathlon.
No, Rhinok where you purchase some food and so on. And here you see Silpo, ATB, they open a lot because they compensate all these small Rhinok. And in France, it's not possible to open a hypermarket in France. It's impossible because everything is Polny. So in France, they close the hypermarket. But here, maybe každé neděle v Ukraine jest nowy hypermarket.
Я говорил о украинских предпринимателях, которые хотят торговать на европейском рынке. Ты говоришь о том, что там больше регуляций, но украинские товары, они значительно дешевле, чем европейские, значительно во всех параметрах, да? Какие им скиллы нужны? Что им нужно поменять в голове, чтобы идти на тот рынок?
Может быть, маркетинг?
Ну, разная культура.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I think if it's Ukrainian cheese or I don't know German cheese or French cheese, if it's a good cheese, then
It is okay.
it will work well. Yeah.
What will be in Ukraine after 5 years?
It will grow. I'm sure about that. I'm very optimistic for Ukraine because you have the population, the size of the country, the energy, and still a lot to do. So
Steel, oil, wood.
exactly, the growth is sure 100%. Even if sometime like this year we have COVID and it's bardak, the other year it will be growth and more than Europe. So step by step, it will be not 5 years, maybe not 10, but step by step you recover a good level. I'm an optimistic guy, but also I'm realistic. I'm a dreamer just to think about vision, but for 5 years I'm realistic and optimistic. And it will be okay.
Yes, I hope.
The politics have to follow and the population also. What do you think?
I'm optimistic too. В Украине все жалуются о том, что у нас ориентация на IT и на agriculture. Вот, мы вот агрикультурная страна и IT, и это плохо. Вот.
Я не знаю.
Что ты думаешь по этому поводу? Плохо это или нет?
I think it's good because you have some big advantage that the others they don't have. You have a big country with a big agriculture, and this is very good because it's a problem in the world, the agriculture, and you have it. You have a big country, and so this is an advantage. Take it. And for the IT, it's the same. It's what are the best jobs in the world today? It's IT, tech developer, and you have them also. So it's great also. You know that Decathlon in Ukraine, we help the other Decathlon country around to launch their internet website. You know, we will, with our team here, we will open Decathlon Israel, Decathlon Lithuania, Slovakia, and so on. So tech, guys, it's very important. So this is good. Take it. And for the rest, yes, it's Plora because you have only this, let's say, 2 sectors that are powerful, but the rest
Can go to
can
this.
go up. Yeah, but can be powerful maybe in the future. I am sure, I hope for you, the industry in Ukraine will grow a lot because I see that since 2 years I'm here. There is big opportunity for industry. There is a lot of old industry in Ukraine, and when they will make it better, then it will be big opportunity. What do we want? European companies today, what do they want? They don't want to produce anymore in China. They want to produce in Europe, and it's difficult for them to find some people that can produce for them product in Europe. And Ukraine, they have a big place to take. It's to be one of the countries that will produce also for Europe. Like we do, we have few factories that produce in Ukraine for Europe, and we even sell some products in China from Ukraine.
Ты сказал, что ты встречался месяц назад с премьер-министром. Какие у тебя были впечатления?
I was invited not in his office, but in his meeting room, and we were with a French CEO, and I think it was very good that Ukrainian administration invite
Big companies.
big companies to listen to them, because he was here to listen to us. He said, okay, what can I do for you?
Can I help you?
Can I help you? What are your difficulties and so on? So one by one we discussed with him, and he answered to us. So it was it's very good that they do that. Actually, I was a bit impressed and to go there and to discuss to the Prime Minister.
А что тебе сказал твой CEO после встречи, когда вы вышли из комнаты?
Yeah, but we were all happy to have this experience. You don't talk to the Prime Minister
First time.
every day with him, yes. But yes, it doesn't happen every day, and it was for 2 hours. So it was not like 15 minutes PACA, it was 2 hours, and it was very interesting.
У многих складывается впечатление, что они стараются, но у них не получается. Я имею в виду о правительстве, да? Почему такое ощущение?
First of all, they try to do the things better, so it's good. They help foreign company like France, German, and so on to listen to them to see what they can do to make it better, to help us to do the things well. So like that, we will also promote Ukraine outside of Ukraine for the other company to come also. The more European and maybe American company will come in Ukraine, the better the business will be. It will be more business. It will be an increase of the system quality, infrastructure, and everything. So anyway, this is good. After about politics and the law, what they do exactly, I'm not an expert, so I cannot say. But I think that probably they do their best.
Какая у вас реализация в год в Украине?
Here we do the first year we do 5 million euro.
5 million евро.
5 million euro.
Ну, я имею в виду на 2 магазинах.
This one. Only this one.
Only one.
The other one he opened in November, 3 months, и потом COVID, и потом...
А вот это дети играются, они просто могут здесь играться сколько угодно?
Конечно. It's very important that all our products, people they can try. You see, all the products, if you try the product, you will purchase it. If you cannot try, then how is it possible to know if it's good for you or not? So all the products you have to try them.
А если я хочу попробовать лодку? Ну, типа вот такая вот, да, вот такая вот, такая.
You purchase, you try at home, and if you don't like, you give it back the day after. Sorry, I don't like the color, I don't like it, and we give back the money.
Фантастика. А много товаров меняют? Приносят обычно?
Not a lot.
А вы участвуете спонсорами в соревнованиях?
Только чуть-чуть.
Почему?
Почему? Потому что in Decathlon, why we have a very good price? It's because we don't put a lot of money in marketing, communication, sponsor.
Price was better.
So all the price of marketing, communication that you pay when you purchase an expensive product, luxe product, you pay because it's expensive the place, because you pay the marketing, because you pay the sponsor. In Decathlon, we don't have this, so you have a very good price.
А для рыбалки что вы делаете? Или все, я смотрю, у вас все для рыбалки есть?
Это не все. Для рыбалка, здесь это маленький выбор, да, маленький департамент для рыбалки. Посмотрим Libres mask.
А в чем особенность этой маски?
With this mask, you can breathe under the water. So you can be completely under the water and the water doesn't enter inside. Under the water, and when you come back, there is not so you can speak.
Okay,
you can breathe and so on, and so you can speak. You don't have a fog.
Что у вас есть для плавания? Я понял. Клапаны специальные.
Yeah. And Decathlon invented that. We are the creator of that 5 years ago, and we sell 1 million in the world. We are the first one in the
Миллион?
Million.
Это ваша разработка?
Да.
Ты финансист, и я бы хотел, чтобы ты сравнил tax system в других странах, в которых тебе приходилось работать, с украинской.
Like financial guy, because I was CFO before in 2 countries, in Romania and in Russia. It's complicated in Ukraine. It's super complicated because it's a country with a custom around. It's not a European country. In Europe, you can do business with all the country in Europe super easy. In Ukraine, it's the country it's alone, and for each different country there is rules, custom. So this is complicated. Grivna, the grivna, to manage this when you have a business. It's complicated also because we make import, export. We export our products to Europe and we import the products that we need for the retail. So it's difficult also this to manage the grivna. And after administration, so all documentation, act, счет, фактура, накладная.
Difficult.
Yes, this is super difficult because in France it doesn't exist. In France, many documents disappear. And we have now it's electronic. Here it's paper, signature, stamp.
All electronic.
So this is a bit. We lose some time and energy for that. It's okay, we can do it, we do it well, but it's a bit loss of efficiency. And finally, what it's complicated in Ukraine, you know, it's the issues that you can have with the corruption or with sometime, I don't know, a monopoly company and so on, or with not clean company. So it exists everywhere in the world. In France, it exists a bit, corruption and monopoly, but a bit less than Ukraine. In Ukraine, it's a bit complicated. Maybe I am here also in Ukraine for Decathlon, like a CEO, because I was a financial guy also in Russia and in Romania, because I know this and I know how to do the things well, because we do the things super clean.
Насколько высокие налоги на заработную плату?
Better than in France for the company and for the people also.
Что нужно, чтобы сюда пошел капитал со всех сторон? Вот твое мнение финансиста.
Stability of the country.
Stability. We have stability. Stability of weather, stability of currency, stability of everything. What with the stability?
Yeah, it's
Revolution have been 5 years ago, no, 6 more.
That's why you are here also.
How many revolution do you have in France?
The last one, it was 200 years ago. But we have the war and so on. But it's good thing and bad thing. In France, it's stability. Cash day God, it's the same. So it's difficult to do business in France because it's the same. There is no growth anymore. Here it's not stable. There is growth, and sometimes boom, and after growth. When I speak with companies in Europe, they are afraid about that. They say the country is not stable and so on. So this is something.
First reason, stability. Second one.
Corruption and easy way to do business.
Как ты, как CEO большой компании, сталкиваешься с corruption в Украине каждый день?
Yes, it happened to me directly.
How?
I will not explain, but
Why?
Well, because I don't want to explain, but I had some proposal, and I say no, Paca, directly. But normally we avoid that because each time, but it was not the case that time. But each time we meet people. Future business for big business, we check before who they are, if the company is clean, if they had some issue with the law and so on, and if everything is okay, then we meet them. So there is many potential partners. We don't contact them or we don't meet them if we see that we have doubt if they are clean or not. So better not to start something. So we don't have any problem, and it's okay. And it's what I say to my friends in France and so on. I say, you do corruption if you want to do corruption. If you don't want, everything will be okay. And it's the case actually.
Here.
It's the case here. Yeah. It's the case here. If you don't want to, if you want to be clean and if you don't want to do corruption, you don't do. So maybe sometimes it's less easy, but we sleep well.
The most important, 2 things.
Yes, these two ones, and maybe after depending on the business. For if it's about production and factory, I will say the capacity of the country to make industry, you know. Maybe for me it's the case. We want in Decathlon to make a lot of business with the industrial. There is a lot of opportunity, but it's difficult because they don't have the standard of Decathlon. It's one of our difficulty. We want to do a lot more, and in France they say, "Davai, it's a European country, very interesting for us." They want to do less in China and more in Europe, but for us it's difficult to find a factory with the standard, minimum standards that we accept.
Какая флагманская модель для очков?
You can change here and here depending on the nose and so on. So this one is very, very good.
649 гривен, $20.
Yeah. When you start the first price, it's 60 гривна. It's more for kids. 60 гривна.
60 гривен очки. Мало того, 2 года попользовался, можно принести обратно.
But with this brand, we are the European leader. We sell a lot of.
Больше, чем Speedo, больше, чем Arena.
Yes. We are super big in Europe with this brand.
А какой у вас самый большой рынок?
Decathlon это Франция, да.
А сколько процентов в общем мировом объеме?
25% во Франции.
А в Китае вы продаетесь?
В Китае у нас есть 300 магазинов.
300 магазинов в Китае?
Да.
И вы все равно конкурируете с китайскими товарами?
Our products are the same all over the world. This product you will find exactly the same in Ukraine, in China, in France, in Seychelles.
А цены одинаковые?
Это зависит маржа. это зависит tax,
Таможня.
это зависит supply, transport. So we can have different price depending on the country because of the tax. Maybe in France there is no tax, and in Poland it's 30% tax for this, so it will be a bit.
В Китае сколько объем реализации, сколько процентов занимает в вашей структуре продаж?
Может быть 10%.
А американский рынок?
Американский чуть-чуть, потому что у нас есть только 3 магазина. Мы открыли год назад.
Почему?
Потому что это сложно.
Почему?
Потому что рынок в США это чуть-чуть закрыт, да, закрыт, и the rules are different than in Europe. Sometimes it's the opposite.
Подожди, правильно я понимаю, что вас не пускали на рынок США?
We начинаем,
Почему только сейчас?
потому что это сложно. Это легко делать бизнес в Европе, потому что мы здесь уже делать бизнес в Украине это чуть-чуть легко, чем США. France in Europe, we need to, it needs to burn in few minutes, but in США it needs to burn very fast. So the mindset it's different. So sometimes for the same products it's not the same rules.
Understood. Let's go. Let's go. Что тебе не нравится, кстати, в Украине?
Sometimes it's a bit bardак. Bardак.
Беспорядок.
Yes, exactly. Sometimes it's on the street are destroyed sometimes. Even in Kiev, we don't have this in France. And here it can be dangerous because the streets sometimes are not super safe. Or the park it's better and better. Trukhanov and so on. I see in 2 years already that they rebuild the park and it's more beautiful, and because sometimes in the park there is old construction destroyed and so on. So for the kids it's not dangerous, but we have to be careful. And now it's better and better. So cars, roads. There is no big negative things actually here.
Never.
No, I don't want to live in Paris, for example. For my kids, I think it's dangerous to live in Paris. I don't want to live in Paris, and my wife also. But we are here.
Я имею друзей в Америке, и они говорят, что Нью-Йорк стал небезопасен. И они думают, что, может быть, создаться предпосылки к тому, чтобы кто-то, ну, что люди с деньгами из Нью-Йорка поедут куда-то, да, в том числе и по поводу Киева. Насколько это вообще серьезно? Насколько ты думаешь, что это возможно сейчас? Ну, ты же говоришь, хороший экзампл, да? Я не хочу возвращаться в Париж, потому что мне нравится Киев. Что нужно, чтобы таких, как ты, было 100, 200, 1000?
More European business, maybe. You need to have more European business here, so it will be more European people, European or from other countries that will go to create their own business.
Для этого они должны понимать, что здесь безопасно делать бизнес?
Yes.
Not corruption,
Not corruption and so on. Yeah, they have to understand that here it's possible to do. I have some friends that are doing business here since many years that they build by themselves, and it's okay. One for construction, one is a farmer, one in consulting. So very different business. Another one in consulting, and it's working well. And they are here since 10, 20 years. It's okay. It was not easy all the time, but it's okay. But maybe more they have to. But mainly they work also with international company and so on. Bikes, we are also with our brand, different brands, we are the number 2 in the world for bikes, Decathlon.
Number 2?
Number 2. Number 1 is Giant. You know the Chinese company?
Yes.
Yeah. And number 2 is Decathlon in the world.
Really?
Yeah, so we have different brands. We have Triban, Rock Rider, it's more VTT mountain bike. Triban you see, and on the other side we have Between, more for family, city, and so on. It's our top of range, so very good bikes. You have this lifetime guarantee, and the rest is 2 years, like everywhere. So if this is broken or whatever, we reimburse even if it's in 10 years.
Короче, если вы решили вообще заниматься спортом, надо начинать с Декатлона. Что у вас есть, что у вас... Да у вас все есть. Это туризм.
It's the end of the season, so we sell everything. We sold everything, it's crazy. It was a big season in all Europe, so it's the end already. Padajdi. This is incredible tent because it's fresh and black. So when you close it, you will see.
For full night?
completely black. So imagine that this is on the floor and so on, because it's not on the floor. But you are 99.9% black. And so during the day,
Amazing.
during the night it's black, and during the day it's cool. It's very,
Yes, I
it's very
understand.
cool inside.
Вы поняли, внутри абсолютно темная палатка, потому что все время ночь. $200.
And because of this also. So inside it's always fresh, and it's black during the night, and even during the day you can close it 100% black. It's incredible.
Я в шоке.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Что ты думаешь по поводу Чернобыля?
Я был год назад как турист. It's difficult what happened 25 years ago. I remember I was young and I remember this. Everyone remember about Chernobyl, even if I was a child. And I visited like a tourist, and well, it's incredible. You visit.
Я имею в виду перспективы. Что с этим делать? Это же фишка, это point. Это уже не катастрофа. Это было 30 лет назад. Да? Что с этим делать сейчас? Как можно сюда привезти туристов? Понимаешь?
No. I know they are afraid, because all my friends, when I say I've been to Chernobyl, really? You have 3 eyes and so on. I say no, I have my Geiger counter and everything was okay. And it was super. It's like a museum when you visit Chernobyl, because you visit all the Soviet Union city.
System.
You understand a lot about nuclear and so on. It's not so sad because when you are inside, it's not like it was a war and people killed each other and so on. Even if it was a catastrophe, you don't feel that when you are inside. And for the part of the history, the culture, it's very, very interesting. And what happened last year and was very good for the advertising of Chernobyl, it's the movie Chernobyl, the 5 or 6 movie Chernobyl that was on television because of that. I think that there is more people in Chernobyl now because of this movie.
HBO, one of the popular serial.
Kiev, the city is not very famous, not like Rome, Paris, or I don't know, Stockholm, but or London. But Kiev, there is everything in Kiev to be a very touristic city, because it's a beautiful city. There is hills, you have the big Dnieper, you have a different city center. It's beautiful, this city. And each time I invite my family, some friends here, they say, I didn't know Kiev. And they don't have a picture of Kiev, in your eyes. If you think about Paris, you see the Eiffel Tower, or Rome, you see the Colisée. And Kiev, we don't know. But,
What is the symbol of Kiev?
Saint Sophie, maybe, and Mother Patrie, the statue. But I am sure it will be more and more tourists, because more and more people will communicate about Kiev. Yeah. It's almost like yours, made in Ukraine.
Made in Ukraine.
Made in Ukraine.
А где вы их делаете в Украине?
This one, I think it's in Sumy.
У вас там своя фабрика, или вы приходите на фабрику и даете заказ?
Это наша технология.
А линия ваша?
Линия
по производству?
Это 100% для нас.
Да.
Это наш продукт. Они делают для нас. Made in Ukraine.
Made in Ukraine. Слушай, мы были в походе, я тебе говорю, вот единственные ботинки, которые не промокли, это были декатлоновские. Все остальные были с мокрыми ботинками. Что нам нужно сделать, чтобы здесь туристов стало в следующем году в 2 раза больше, через год в 3 раза больше? Что мы должны делать?
Маркетинг. Social network, media, Instagram and so on. Why not? There is a country, I know Turkey and so on, they promote a lot their country through marketing, through Twitter. Ukraine also for European people, because it's not very expensive.
Какие у тебя были открытия первые, когда ты первый раз приехал в Киев, и что для тебя было прям удивление, что ты увидел после России, после Румынии?
What was wow, interesting. First time I visit Kiev, it was 3 года назад. I was surprised in Kiev because the city was beautiful.
Ты думал, что он плохой?
Yes.
Почему?
Почему? I don't have an image of Kiev, and I say, okay, Ukraine maybe.
Problem.
Yeah. And finally it was a beautiful city. I call my wife, I say, it's a beautiful city, we can go.
You can go. Come to me.
Yes, they like a lot the city. I like the city because it's safe. It's not dangerous city.
Not like Paris.
Paris is super dangerous.
Super dangerous.
It's super safe, and I say that to my friend in Paris. I say the city, there is a lot of trees, park, safe. Look. Tac. Все. And you leave.
Космос. А сколько людей работает в Декатлоне по миру?
100 тысяч.
То есть ваша политика минимальная цена и максимально продавать, да?
Да. Точно.
5 миллионов долларов евро продали в прошлом году. А в этом году какие планы?
У нас есть два магазина. Я хотела открыть еще два. 2000 это год. На есть ковид, мы будем открыть следующий магазин следующий год. В Киев, я думаю, почти один и может быть еще два. Dnipro, Odessa, Kharkiv. We have good possibility to open store next year in this city.
С какими основными сложностями вы сталкиваетесь, когда открываете магазин?
The most difficult thing when we open a store is to find the best place.
Какая у вас структура расходов в компании?
По всему миру это 50%, 50%. Здесь в Украине два магазина только аренда. А я думаю, мы не будем purchase building and land, we will rent. Because it's at the beginning it's more easy to rent. Maybe when we will be bigger we will purchase land and we will make big building in the future, not now.
Мы разыграем комплект осенней формы от Декатлона, вручим его персонально. С вас лучший вопрос, Флоран зайдет, ответит и выберет лучший вопрос, и мы встретимся втроем в Декатлоне и вручим комплект осенней беговой формы. Это будет как раз в тему.
Да.